just start on the injuries. How is Evandro? Was he back to full training?
Evandro trained the end of last week. We had a game, so he joined in that. He's trained the early part of this week, but he's felt his calf this morning in training.
Right.
So therefore, he's got to be out for the weekend now.
Okay. How big a blow is that?
Big.
You're probably planning to have him back, were you?
Good. I mean, listen, I talk about what a good player he is, and how he links the play for us, and how he consists and does a lot of things that maybe people don't realise he does. The joined up play that happens, he's a talented football player, and obviously him not being available for the last 4 games, I think it is, it's probably significant as well, because he's a good player, especially the way we want to go and play.
If you were given chances of him starting or being involved Saturday, how is it slender, is it now?
Well, less than before he started the training session. He felt good this morning. He's gone out and obviously he's dropped out during the training session, so we'll assess it and we'll see where we are from there. But obviously his injury history last year wasn't great, but this year he's been good up until where he picked up his hamstring strain against Wigan, where he's trained every day. So we'll just see how he is.
Fraser Campbell limped off against Sheffield United. How is he?
Yeah, Fraser's trained Tuesday and Thursday today. So we'll again, hopefully, he's hopefully he'll be in contention for the weekend squad. Okay.
And Jordi Device is fine as well, isn't he?
And Jordi's trained this week as well. So that's an important one that Jordi's been able to get on the pitch Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Is Angus McDonald fine as well? Any other problems?
No, Angus is still with the medical department. He had a calf issues we talked about in the last time, so he's in the medical department, and until he's clear of that, then there's no more news on it. I can't give you a time frame or a further update, I'm afraid.
Any other issues concerning you?
John Terrell he scored a goal against Burnley for the 23s. He got injured a couple of days later with a calf, so he'd been in rehab for a little bit. And his late stage rehab Thursday, I think it was, last week, he broke down again with a calf, which looks more serious now. It was the later stage of rehab, he was striking balls, but it looks as though he's probably going to be out 4-6 weeks.
Right.
So that's a big blow for John, because he's a talented player, but his season since the start of pre-season really has been disrupted with little niggly injuries, and obviously this one now seems to be a longer one.
Any other concerns there? That's it.
Eric Lea's not trained this week. Stephen Kingsley not trained this week. But we got situations that happen. Obviously, we got the 3 lads who've been away on international have come back this morning. Marcus Hendrickson obviously got 8 stitches in a head wound in there. He's played 2 90-minutes games, so he's done the warm up this morning. Jackson Irvin's done the full session. Kamil Grzycki joined in, dropped out towards the end. Obviously, a lot of flights he's done on there, so that was tough. David Milinkovic has been out injured for the last week. He did the warm up this morning, so he's had an ankle issue and dropped out of training last week or the week before. So he's done the warm up this morning, and we'll see how that goes.
Leah and Kingsley, would they be doubts for Saturday, or?
Yeah, they've got to be classed as if the game was today, then they're not playing.
Right. Okay. How have you found the mood in the last fortnight? Has it dragged with it being the international break in the bottom of the league?
Well, obviously we came back in. We've had some, as we always do, we analyse things. We've done a good SWOT analysis with the players collectively in groups, and we feed that back, because I think that's important. Where are we? It's a quarter of the season gone, and the players work very hard here. They're still in the gym now as we're talking. They come in early, they work hard on the grass, they do the stuff in the gym afterwards. We've got a real hard-working, conscientious group of players. So again, we just keep going through that. What can we control? We don't want to be bottom of the league. No one wants to be bottom of the league, but we are. That's the realisation of it. I think our performances the last 3 games after the victory against Ipswich have been good. The home draw against, at the time, top of the table Middlesbrough. It was a good atmosphere in the stadium. I think it was a real good game against Leeds. A tactical one from my point of view when we look at it. We've ended up conceding 1 long-range shot. They're only shot on target, and they're in the top part of the division. And obviously at Sheffield United, it was a close game for me. Contentious decision on a penalty. You look at all the stats you want to go and look at. We had a lot of possession of the ball as in different areas of the thing. They've got them 1-0 and they've gone top of the league. So sometimes it's fine margins. So we keep looking on the what we're doing, control the controllables, how we're performing, keep driving performance, but we've got to turn these performances into winning performances. So we're well aware of that. Let's not hide away from that situation. But as I keep going back to, we know we've got to win, but how are we going to go and win? So I keep driving the process of what we do on the training ground, the things we can control, how hard we work. The camaraderie is a very important thing. I think any team that's successful has got a spirit and a camaraderie. And I highlight that, especially when things maybe aren't going your way, you find out about one yourself and the people you surround about, i.e. your teammates, the staff that you've got surrounding you. And we're very good here. There's a belonging, there's a togetherness. You know, you come into the training ground here and you can see people are working hard. There's the correct type of banter, which is important. I think especially when things are going against you, you need to have that light-hearted spirit at times as well. But we demand of each other. You know, the honest conversations go on here, which is important. We can have that within our dressing room because we want to get the best out of each other. And yet there needs to be a supportive environment as well. And I believe we've got that. You know, I've experienced a lot of football in my time. You know, as a player, as a physiotherapist, and as a manager. You know, there's over 1,000, nearly 1,500 games if you add all them together. So I know what it's like being in dressing rooms. Our dressing room's a good dressing room in respect of the togetherness that we've got. Now we've got to turn that together. We've got to turn that into results. How do we turn it into results? By working hard, by doing the right things, and singing off the same page. So for me, I can see it. I can see that the players they care about what they do. They're passionate about what they do. We've got a culture that's driving everybody on to keep improving. We're in a challenging situation where we are in the division. We knew it was going to be challenging at the start of the season, but I believe we've got talented players here, and I believe that they're all working hard for each other, and they want to do well for the teammates, the team, and obviously for themselves. And I'd like to think over the next quarter of the season we're going to pick up enough points to start moving us up the division.
Has falling to the bottom of the league had an impact on the mood? Do you see players feeling sorry for themselves? Or?
They're not allowed to feel sorry for themselves. That's not going to get anywhere. You've got to keep working hard. It's the realisation of where you are sometimes for maybe one or two players. This is where we are. So don't shy away from that. The pressures of professional football are there for all to go and see. So don't shy away from where you are, but you've got to keep doing the right things. And I've talked about that when we joined last season, for example. And you've got to keep working through that process. We know we've got to win games of football. We know that. How are we going to go win the games of football is the important thing.
Going back to last season, I made a look back and I remember when you fell into the bottom three, it was almost like a wake-up call and you responded. Do you want a similar sort of response this time around?
Well, listen, I'm looking for the players to continue with the work ethic that they've been demonstrating here every single day at the training ground since I've been here. That's an important starting point. You know, people are on time, people work hard, people put the hours in, and we're trying to improve on everything we go and do. So there's the important message. Everyone's working hard, and there's a big togetherness in trying to drive ourselves forward. So from that point of view, that's what we can control, and we're working hard on that. Now we've got to put everything together so we can put winning performances out on the pitch, and we know that, and that's going to take a longer period of time. So even if you win the next game, which is what we're looking to go and do against a very competitive Preston side, who just won their last game 4-0, so they're going to be buoyed from that. The pressures are always still going to be there, so we know that. Put that to one side, concentrate on what we can control, and that's how hard we work. And again, over the period of time, we keep working hard, and we keep doing the right things on a consistent basis, making sure they are the right things. We need to be adaptable. You know, you can't just, if you keep doing the same thing and you're getting the wrong outcome, then you've got to change. So I'd like to think that we've demonstrated that we can be adaptable. Maybe, for example, last week with the 3 different formations we played against the 3 different styles of play in the teams that we've played against, who were first, second and third in the division. So you need to be adaptable to it, but you need to be doing the right things. And I believe we analyse a lot. First person I always look at is me. And I believe that we're doing a lot of the right things, but you're constantly striving to improve,
You say your first person you look at is yourself. Is there anything you wish you'd done differently this season, or do you...
Obviously I had a haircut before I come on this one today, but I'll have a haircut tonight. No, listen, we're always looking, we always reflect. I think it's very important that you reflect on what you go and do.
Does the current run get you down?
Nothing gets me down, I think you've seen that, because I work hard. I always look in the mirror, I have a shave every morning, I look in the mirror, I just be true to myself, and I know that I work hard. I try and make sure that everybody I'm surrounded with works hard. They're allowed to make mistakes, you're allowed to fail, because that's how you become successful. Make decisions, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. Learn from their mistakes, and then move on. And then if you can do that yourself, and try and affect all the people that you're surrounded with as well, because you know, we all want to be successful. I want everyone to have a smile on the face. If I walk around being all miserable, then who else is going to walk around being all miserable? That's not going to get us anywhere, you know. So from my point of view, you know, as the leader, if you like, standing up front, I'll answer all the questions, I'll lead from the front. I want us to be successful, but I know being successful means you graft and you work hard, but likewise you need to have a happy environment as well, because you've got to enjoy coming into work so you can get the best out of each other.
Do you feel under any sense of pressure being the manager that's bottom of the league?
I think when you look at being a football manager full stop, there's always going to be pressures of being a manager in the Football League. You know, and I've been fortunate where I've managed in the Premier League, the Championship, League One, you know, a lot of games, League of Wales, betting and Sunday League. Forget that. You want to win games of football. I'm passionate about what I do. I want every single player to be brilliant and play to their best. I want to extract every ounce of potential we've got out of that player. So how can we do that in the training environment? How can we work hard? How can we as a staff surround the player with all the information we can give him and give him the right environment so he can then go and work as hard as he can to extract every ounce of potential he's got? That's what I want to see. So for me, that's successful when you see a Dan Batty, for example, performing as well as being performing. That's being successful as well. You know, you want to see that. And if we can get everybody coming together, I want members of staff to do well. I want Andy Crosby to go and be a manager in the Premier League one day. He's class. I want everybody to progress and do really, really well. For me, that's being successful. My objective is to make sure that we can get everybody coming, pulling together as a team, being part of a team, being part of a football club, have a belonging, to get the best out of each other and be successful in that way. And there's no better way to do it than when things are going against you. Because as I say, that's when you find out about yourselves. It's not a problem when it's easy, right? How do you pull everybody together when things are going against yourself? You stand up, you lead from the front, and you make sure that, one, the standards are high, you maintain your values in life, and you make sure that everybody's working hard for each other.